This is NSKN Games Small Talk. This is episode 6. I'm Kuba. This is Adam, our special guest today, and we're gonna start with the news. So the first big news is that Nemesis, Adam Kwapiński's game, is obviously a huge hit on Kickstarter. Congratulations, Adam.
Thanks.
And you can still back it and get tons of different stretch goals, get even more cool stuff into your game. Now that we're talking, we know that there are like new alien races there, right?
Yeah, two new intruder races.
Two new intruder races and plentiful of even cooler stuff. We're gonna get back to that quite soon. Other big news is that Adam is actually working on a game with us, with NSKN Games, and we're very excited about that. We can't tell you much about it, it's still in development, but it will probably, you'll learn a bit more about it by the end of this year, and I can only tell you it's going to be massive. It's going to be a huge game.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very big game by Adam Kwapiński, and this is the news. Now, the third thing is that we have already published our conventions plan for both NSKN and Strawberry Studio on our website, so if you're curious where you're gonna go, then you can check that out. And as we told you in the previous episode, for Strawberry Studio, we're gonna have Scared for you in UK Games Expo and in Origins, and then there's gonna be for SN and PAX Unplugged, there's gonna be from Strawberry Studio, Little Monster that came for launch in State 14, and yet another game which is Black Soul Island, and we're gonna tell you more about it in very near future. It's a cool pirate game where you can basically try to bluff, try to deceive your opponents. It's very fast, it's a bit like Masquerade, and yeah, that's pretty much like it. Adam played it actually with us.
That's true.
It's just a fast party game that you can play quite fast. And we're gonna have yet another game that we also play tested with Adam lately. It's more of a tableau building game.
Okay, it's a civilization card game.
It's a civilization card game. So I'm just slipping that for you, and because we have a special guest today, I'm just gonna cut the news now, and now we're gonna move to Talk of the Week. Okay, talk of the week. We're gonna talk about emotions in games because I'm a Eurogamer. When I come, to the table, I just want to build my engine, to turn some resources into some other resources, and then turn them into VPs, and I'm happy about that. But there is a way to actually put some emotions into this old cardboard and wood there. I'm sure there is, because I played Nemesis, for example, a couple of times, and I played it when it was, I think I played it for the first time like 4 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, I played it 4 years ago, and it was all like, black and white prototype just drawn on A4 card, like letter size cards.
My art skills was hilarious.
Yeah, but even then, the noises mechanism that is in the game stirs something deep inside you. You move your miniature from one place to another, you roll the dice, and your character hears some noises from the corridor down the hall. And then you roll again because you went somewhere else, and you really pray not to roll the number that will bring more noises in the corridor you already heard them from. And this is fear. This is like proper fear. This is proper emotion in a bloody cardboard.
Yeah, because the board games can use emotions like this. This is not easy. Maybe the fear is not the easiest in board game because it's much easier to do something with fear with, I don't know, role-playing games, the paper role-playing games.
Like pen and paper, regular role-playing. Okay.
Exactly. This is much easier because you have different ways to do this.
But these are the same senses, basically. You see something, maybe you hear somebody saying something, and that's it. Everything else is imagination. In board games, it's also just basically sight and hearing, and that's it. You don't. You touch, but that doesn't really. You don't taste for sure. it's weird.
Yeah, but you have different tools to do that, because when we talk about role-playing games, you use words, and this is the most important thing. And in board games, your tool is mechanic.
Okay.
Not words, not the fluff on the cards, because okay, this is some way to.
But it's going easy.
Make emotions, but this is not important. You play once a game, you read the fluff text, and after that, it doesn't work as much again. After.
Because you don't read it anymore. It's just okay. So I played the red 3, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But if you make in design something that the red 3 means something, and it's always about the same thing. It's not about what you see, but it's about what you can see.
Or what you're afraid you can see.
Yeah, exactly. So
I really don't want to draw the red 3 because it will mean I will lose the game, right? And that's the beginning of it.
Yeah, this is one way to make fear in people. In movies, the same things are used when we don't see what is in the dark. That's much better than when somebody just turn on the light and we see a massive monster, dragon or something like this. Because our imagination is much worse than the reality, I think.
That's actually quite cool. Okay, but you have a game, Nemesis, which is set in a certain place. There is a spaceship that is, a closed surface, closed space, and there are some intruders, some weird creatures from the dark crawling up on us. Do you think you could do the same game, but that would be, for example, placed on a pirate ship filled with ghosts? Open sea, nowhere to escape, there is a ship, and there are ghosts and, I don't know, some sea monsters creeping out of that. Would that work as well? As well as, the space thing?
Don't know.
Or a haunted house,
I have some just conception of a game about a haunted house, and I think yes, the theme is important, and the pirate theme is maybe not so well fit in the game about fear, because we think about
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly.
It's a comedy.
Johnny
right?
Depp and Jack Sparrow. This is the way we see pirates today. But yeah, haunted house.
So you say that because we as humanity fear the space because it's distant, it's cold, it's closed, and it's dark. That's why making a game set in space environment makes us fear it more.
I think it works. There are some Peter Walt's books about lifters, and he put the crew in the submarine. And this is exactly the same what another artist do in
like this
space.
movie Sphere, for example. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the
so closed environment.
Yeah,
that we don't know what's there. Yes.
And we can't run because out there is death.
Yeah.
Not the scary monster, just death.
Okay, fear. I get it. So you basically use mechanics to make people be, basically fear what they're gonna draw, roll, do, and so on. Make them expect the worst, and set them in a closed environment. Okay, fear. What about other emotions? Fun? It's probably easy, yeah. Laughter, fun, joy. It's probably easier.
Maybe not easier, because if we talk about funny games, but not funny in the way
like slapstick funny, yeah.
Yes, but truly with this sense of humor,
like Woody Allen sense of humor, yeah.
Exactly. I think this will be more difficult.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know how to make something like this with design.
Okay, but people play Cards Against Humanity, they play games like that, and they pee themselves with laughter, pardon my French.
But I don't think this is because of game.
This is because the relations between them?
Yeah, and the game, you have...
This is the slapstick way, yeah?
Yeah, you don't have rules in Cards Against Humanity, do you?
You don't.
I don't know whoever win when we play it.
Well, you probably can score some points when you get them.
After playing this game, I played once. This or something exactly the same, because we have lots of similar
rip-offs.
games. Yeah. And I have no idea who wins. And trust me, I remember the game.
Okay, so fun is not that easy if it has to be sophisticated. What about sadness, sorrow? You know, what about making people sad? This War of Mine, for example.
This is my answer. Yeah.
You worked on developing the game a bit, right? You played tested it.
A little. I help guys with some problems, but this was very.
So you play tested it, yes?
Yeah.
So you know the game well, and it makes you. It doesn't make you fear the game, but it makes you sad, like really sad. Doesn't just? Yes. I mean, that's. I don't play this game. I think it's brilliant, but I don't play it because that's not the emotion I want to take. You know, I want to have in me when I sit or stand up from a gaming table. This is just too much for me.
Yes, but this War of Mine use two great things, in my opinion. One is just great design, great board game design, and there is a couple of brilliant ideas in the exploration deck, for example. But the second thing is the same tool you use in books or role-playing games, because we have a lot of scripts, and this is. So
this is basically storytelling that introduces the sadness.
Yes. If somebody asks me about if game can tell story, I can say that some games like this War of Mine, because you really have a story there, and this is. Truly, you have big stories.
So why are you sad after playing it? Because the game actually makes you get attached to the characters you play in.
I think it's different reasons for that. But when I play this War of Mine, and sadness is not easy to. I don't feel sadness when I play games. I play the computer game, and it was. Optimization for me. I of course really like what is it.
I can't believe he's saying that on live, but that's who he is.
But when I played as one of the version of this War of Mine,
the board game,
this was quite the same, but I must admit the text were great, and I feel them, but personal experience is more important, because if something happened in game and you can remember something what you
did and what led to that.
Yeah, but I said about things in your real life. That's something you have some connection. A couple of years I lost a dog, and in one of the scenarios I find a dog in this War of Mine, and the next event was exactly, and I feel sadness.
Oh my!
But I think you have different ways to do that. When you play Outcast Heroes, and lots of people play this game, I think they feel something like sadness, maybe.
All right.
Maybe not so much like in this War of Mine, because as I said, this is about it. This is about that kind of story. But it's easier than love, I think.
Okay, and what about anger? Negative emotions. This is something that can be very easily, I think, put into the players, but usually designers don't really intend to.
But
for example, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. That was my one of things first peaks here. This is intended.
Do you think it is intended to create that kind of emotion in the player, that he becomes angry with what happened?
Yeah, of course, because this is about betrayal. And truly I use the same in Nemesis, because we talk about the one thing in this game,
The fear.
Emotion, the fear, but the other is paranoia
And the feel of betrayal.
the intruders are not the worst you can meet on this ship.
The other players
The other players are, and people die in this game because
of
they don't trust each other.
Sometimes being
And
absolutely
sometimes they
right.
shoot, sometimes they shoot, sometimes no, but not. But I see some people feel real anger. On last spiel, there was a guy who truly was so close to flip the table.
Okay, so what is the emotion that you think is the absolutely hardest to put into the game? If you think about it, what would be the thing that would be a challenge for you, like real challenge? Would it be laughter? Would it be joy? Would it be love? Would it be making a game that
No, love is
impossible?
crazy in board game. I don't know if we can talk in this context. Laugh wise kind of humor.
Not the slapstick
simple,
way.
Yeah, no, not the slapstick. Is really hard, I think. Even if I don't know, we try to with the project kind of humor, so something.
But this is also not related probably to the game itself, but to the world you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
This is not in the
mechanism of the game.
Yeah. So this is the emotion. Then I don't know. Maybe when I try to I make a lot of games and prototypes, and I always want to make a sports game. Of course, not sports like chess or bridge, but you know,
like
the
football, rugby,
sports. Exactly.
baseball, basketball, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is really, really hard, because the emotion you have in this kind of game, it's totally different. Or emotion when when you dance, when you use your body. Of course, we have games with some manual skills or something like that, like jungle speed for example. But this is very, very hard to put this into the board game, and still I think the best race game is Pitch Car. So that's tell us something.
So we've heard a bit about the emotions in board games from the designer's perspective, and now we're gonna move to the great games we played. Great games we played is this part of our NSKN Games Small Talk, when we talk about the great games we played lately. And I had played a game that surprised me, that I was absolutely amazed. It's by Leo Colavini. It's a game from 2003. It's a game called Bridges of Shangri-La. Whoa. I mean, we have 2018. It's 15 years old and it's fresh. It's innovative. It looks great with those little wooden bridges that you put on the board. It's interesting way to play area control. It has dynamic end game, because the game might end. The game doesn't have a definite end. It just ends when people will do something. So there's no definite number of turns, and it plays with 4 people in 45 minutes, and it almost beats El Grande for me when it comes for area control, but it's splendid. And if you have not played it, then you probably can get it for just petty money, because it's a 15-year-old game. So do that and play Bridges of Shangri-La. And what game did you play lately?
For me this will be old game 2, and game from my from the designer I think is the best in my opinion.
Is it Vlada Chvatil?
Of course it's Vlada Chvatil, but this is not the biggest game from here.
It's not Through the Ages?
No. great game too. But this is Galaxy Tracker.
Oh
And,
yes, a real-time game.
Yeah, and I played it last time with all the expansions.
Whoa.
This is a big
Whoa.
game. I love this game. I played often a couple of years ago. Now I have no time to play it, and this is totally great game. But you need to play it a couple of times, especially if you want to play with the expansion. Our ships was devastated. When I remember that I can finish this game with lots of points, with control everything, because you know the
You played it well, you
real
got
time,
experience.
but you can learn something. And the last time was I have 3 or 4 tiles in one of my ships in the end, and 2 little cosmonauts there looking for something for the end of the run. So great game, great emotions. Yeah, about what we talked about earlier, because real time. This was the first game in I think first important game.
Designer's game.
With real time, with the higher level. You know, not the jungle speed, but the real game.
With a proper game.
Yeah, and great.
Alright, so my second game would be a big Euro. It's called Roma. And Roma is a game I brought from in 2016, I think. And I have to say that I have not played it. I mean, it just stayed on the shelf, and I just played it lately for the first time, and I lost a year. I mean, I could play this great game for a year, and I had not, and it's my mistake. This is a well-complex, well-innovative Euro with a very unique worker placement system and worker deep root, like, you know, when you put your workers on the board and you take them back in a different way. It's got proper point salad, many different ways to win. You have you know, little time and many things to do. Well, Roma, if you're looking for a decent Euro game and plays well with 2, because I played it with 2 lately, and it was great. I want to play it with more people, but it was absolutely splendid, and do play Roma.
Okay, I will stay in space. And,
Of course.
And I will stay in Czech.
Okay.
Czech games, yeah, because last year released Pulsar.
Okay. Oh yes, Czech Games editions as well.
Exactly, and truly a colleague of Vlada Kvatila.
Yeah, Mr. Suchy.
Mr. Suchy, yeah. For me, the best game of this designer after one play, because I always like his games, but I think they were a little fiddle. They
come on, Prodigal's Club or Shipyard.
Games, but you know, I see them and I play them once, twice, and I think, okay, I still have no idea how to.
Vladimir Suchy is my favorite Czech designer.
Yeah, it is not so intuitive, but the Pulsar and great idea of
with the
using, using the dice, and he write about Mediane in the rulebook. So he start learning people what is Mediane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, and this system works perfect. Everything else in this game is very good, and this is a brilliant idea. So yeah.
So, if you want to be taught about Mediane and play Pulsar, and well, many of my friends say it is the best game of 2017, and Adam loved it as well, so go for it. Okay, my last game, well, it probably should be something that really stirred some emotions in me lately. And I have to say that one of those really great games I played lately would be Zombies. Zombies is one of the oldest games I have. It's just roll and move and roll and fight zombies, and it probably sounds stupid that I like that kind of game. Well, me and my 6-year-old daughter, we had a blast for an hour playing this ridiculously funny and uncontrollable and unpredictable, yet simple and fast game, and we loved every single minute of that. So if you have kiddos that like to be scared a bit and they don't mind the zombies theme, then I think that for 6, 7, 8, 9 years old kids playing zombies with their parents might be one of the best experience of of the week, and I recommend it highly to you. Zombies.
Okay, the last one, and still in space.
Come on, you're doing it on purpose,
sorry,
right?
But the last year was
All about space.
not all about. I didn't play Clans of Caledonia still, so not all about.
You have to play Clans of Caledonia. They're like the best.
Yeah, I hear that from you. But I play Reworld.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and
Mr. Skisling and Kramer, right?
Exactly. Truly, these designers with lots of games and lots of important things that they invent into the games. The game is very different because of the line between first and second phase, and I think it's not often in games now, because when people play games nowadays, they want smooth playthrough. Do the same in the other environment, but still the same. Here no, here's everything different. This is quite simple game if we talk about rules, because not very much of them. There we have just action after action, one player, next player, so on. This is great always in games. But all small systems there work perfectly. And of course the idea that you have to think in one way when you take the things on your ship, and when you want to unload them, you must think exactly the other way.
Reworld is one of my absolutely favorite games of 2017. So
yeah, very nice game, and quite fast. It was 1 hour when we play 2-player games in the middle of the night. So
yeah, they played actually at my place from like 2 to 4 a.m. And we're in the middle of a convention right now in Poland, and we're doing it on Saturday evening, and they did that from Friday to Saturday between 2 and 4 a.m. They just played Reworld. He learned the rules, and then they played for 2 hours.
And
crazy.
We talk about this game.
Did you win at least?
Yeah, I win, but not.
Don't play with him like ever, because he usually wins against me, and not worth it.
You always can took Andrei, so.
True. Okay, guys, this is all about the great games we played. Now we're gonna talk about a hidden peril. So, Hidden Peril. As you know, Hidden Peril is that part of our vidcast when we talk about the games that are not having the spotlight we think they deserve. And so, basically what we do here is tell you that there is a great game that you might not have heard of or you might not play, but it's really great. So this is one good thing I can do today. The other good thing I can do today is I can embarrass my guest today, and I'm gonna do that as well, because this is gonna be a game by Kwapiński.
Not nice.
It's
not nice.
Heroes. And Heroes is a game that's played in real time, and you're rolling the dice, or your custom dice, and you're trying to cast spells against your opponent, and you have a proper board, and it's a bit like fighting a battle in Heroes of Might and Magic. And because you talked about real time in Galaxy Tracker, when you were designing Heroes, were you thinking about Galaxy Tracker?
Yes, if I have an board game inspiration to that, it wasn't as lots of people think that the inspiration was the Temple of
escape
from the temple,
escape
yeah.
from,
Because this is cooperative game and it feels totally different.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, Galaxy Tracker was my inspiration. How good real time can be.
So Heroes are my personal favorite game, or top 3 favorite games of Polish designers. I personally think that this is the best published game of Adam ever, and I love Lords of Hellas, and Nemesis is not published yet, fortunately, because this would probably change things a bit. But Heroes is my absolute favorite game of his, and you really need to play that if you like emotions in real time. You said that you think that creating a sports game would be a proper challenge for you. Do you think that using like real-time dice rolling mechanism could be a way to create these emotions that you have in sports?
Yeah, I think if we play Heroes if we play Galaxy Tracker, we have something like in sports game, because we must do things fast, and when you do something fast, your body just helps you. You have adrenaline.
Okay.
This is real adrenaline, because you want to do these things fast, so your pulse is going up, is higher, yeah, and this is kind of sports feeling. So probably this is one of the way to do it, but this is only this small part of the sport. Field.
Okay, I get it. So our hidden pearl of the week, my hidden pearl of the week, is Heroes. If you have a chance, grab it and play it. It's brilliant. It's fast and it's fun.
Like real-time games.
Yeah, you must truly like playing real-time. If you have never tried it, then try it with Heroes, because this is my favorite real-time game. His probably is Galaxy Tracker.
Yeah.
Now. So you might try to play both. And well, that's it in this week's NSKN Games Small Talk. Adam Kwapiński was with us.
Thanks.
Thank you, Adam, for being here with us. And well, see you in 2 weeks, guys. And remember, back Nemesis.